One key concept in DEVONagent Pro's workflow is search sets, an easy way to search information from multiple sources all at one time. However, this feature has much more to offer than just specifying where to search. So let's take a deeper look and get comfortable with this concept. In a nutshell, a search set is a customizable group of parameters that can specify where to search, what to search for, how often to search, and what to do with the results. However, this does not mean that a search set has to include all of these parameters. So what can search sets be used for? Well, first off, search sets that only specify where to search allow you to search multiple sites at once, gathering all the results into one report. Automating a search set can help to keep up with new information on a certain topic. For example, you can make a search set search for iPad news on a specific group of sites at a certain time every day, and then have the app automatically send you the results by email. Lastly, searching for a certain type of information is simple with search sets. Use the scanners to have the app only find images, feeds, etc. Now that we've broken the ice a bit, let's dive in and check out how we can create our own search sets. The first step in creating a search set is to open the Search Sets window. We can do that by clicking Window in the menu bar and choosing Search Sets. The window that comes up is split into two halves. In the panel to the left is the list of search sets, and to the right are the customizable options. The search sets that we see here are the predefined sets that come with DEVONagent Pro. Selecting them, we can see the differences in the options that are set up. Note that the options of any existing search set can be customized. Let's create a new set that will keep up with the Apple iPad mini. To do that, we need to either use the plus button at the bottom or simply Control or right-click and choose New in the contextual menu. To choose one of the predefined sets as the basis for your new one, choose Duplicate. Let's choose New, name it, and check out the options. To the right, in the General tab, we have the basic settings for our set. The Default Query field lets us choose the default search term that shows up when we select this search set. Since we are looking to keep up with iPad news, let's type in something such as iPad mini. The Secondary Query field is what is used when DEVONagent is deciding which pages to accept or reject, and do know that this is optional. This is a great place to use our operators or wildcards. So let's type in iPad, not Nexus. This will hopefully filter out pages that mention the Nexus 7 tablet. So to sum these two fields up, the default query field is where you should place generic terms to start a search, and the secondary query field is a good place to put in specifics to filter the results. Next, we can tell DEVONagent to follow links in pages that come up in our search results. Choose to follow all, those that link to pages on the same site, pages in the same directory, or in subdirectories. Once an option is selected, the stepper to the right determines how many levels down DEVONagent will go. Below, we can ask the app to follow links that contain search terms other than those listed in the default queries. Activating the checkbox that follows puts DEVONagent Pro in the express search mode when crawling with this search set. It provides faster results but leaves them unfiltered. In a word, this bypasses downloading and analyzing the results. Instead, DEVONagent uses metadata supplied by the search engines. The Language drop-down menu contains languages in case we want DEVONagent to only search pages in a certain language. Let's leave that at International, which means the app will search pages in all kinds of languages. Related to the language parameter, the Ignore Diacritics checkbox treats accented letters and umlauts as regular letters. And Fuzzy brings words with similar spelling or with slight spelling errors into the search results. Next, we can opt to filter out similar pages or those that have already been added to DEVONagent's built-in archive. To learn more about archiving pages, see the screencast entitled Using Found Results. Now, scanners are an interesting part of DEVONagent's workflow. For example, let's say that we need to find only embedded images or linked documents. We could simply select one of those here in the list and the app would only return results that match. So lastly, comments can be added to a search set to help us later identify what this search set is for. You know, just in case we forget. That wraps it up for the General tab. Now let's switch over to the Advanced options. Here we can specify exactly in which parts of a document or page DEVONagent searches for the search terms. Here, let's also check Description. Below is a list of document types that can be selected should we want the app to search those as well. Let's leave that as is. The last option here tells DEVONagent which results need to be returned, either all pages or only those that haven't shown up in previous search runs. Let's put that at only new pages to make sure that we don't waste our time on information that we've already seen. So let's move on. Here we can add specific sites to our search set. These pages are then matched against our query. A good example of using this would be to scan websites of your competitors or the front pages of news sites. To add a site, simply type in the URL in the location field. The info field acts as a place for comments. And below, we have user and password fields which pertain to login information on restricted sites. Now these work for standard HTML password protection, but not for custom-made login forms. So that's it. Once everything has been filled out, just click the plus button. Let's add a few more sites. The added pages can be deselected at any time by simply deselecting them. This deactivates them without the need to do any deleting. Also, to the far right of any site is an option that lets us ask DEVONagent to either crawl a site or use a search engine to search it. That's it for this tab. Next come plugins. So what are they? Well, a plugin is an interface that connects the app to search engines and formulates the data in a way that makes sense. For example, here we see plugins that give us access to Google, Bing, Yahoo, and others. Note that in addition to the predefined plugins, you can also create your own. Many of the plugins here are placed into groups that are broken up according to topic. Let's select those that apply to our search: Bing, Yahoo, Google, and Apple. Note that when we selected Apple, which is the name of a group, all of the contained plugins were also checked. At the bottom, we can limit the amount of results per plugin. Use this to keep from getting overwhelmed by results. Oh wait, DEVONagent automatically filters results, so you won't. So the next two tabs, Actions and Schedule, come into play when automating a search set. That will be covered in the screencast called Automated Research, so for now, let's close this dialog. And in the search menu, choose our search set and let DEVONagent get to doing its job. For any information on working with the results, make sure you view the screencast entitled Using Found Results. Until then, happy searching!